Okay, good morning, guys. Hope you're well. I'm going to drop a video for you guys, and it's something I've been wanting to do for a long time on the new strategy that I'm using. It's not actually that new. I've actually been using the chalk and flip for quite a while. A change of character and then a flip to get in with momentum. But what makes this different is I have simplified it a lot for myself. So I'm not looking at structure on the lower time frame. I'm just looking at a lot of times structure can be very deceiving on the low time frame, especially on the 1 minute and 5 minute. So I'm not necessarily looking at the structure, but more the momentum. And then I'm trying to get involved with the momentum. And I have a few rules in place to do that. So I'm going to share the exact strategy that I'm using. I'm going to share with you guys. And then, and then I'm also going to share a trading plan with you guys in Word format or in Google Doc format, but I'll just save it as a Word. It's just something that all of us need. We need a trading plan. We need something that we can actually stick and follow. And obviously there is some of you guys that already has a good and legit plan that you're sticking to, and that's great. But a lot of guys don't. So if you don't have a plan or you don't have a foundational rule set that you follow, well, look at this. Please download it. I'm going to share it on the Telegram as well. I'm also going to share it on the Discord for you guys to go and look at. But basically, it's very simple. It's just a business plan, but it's simplified. So you have some goals, some trading ideas for the next few years or year or even a few months. Then you have your SWOT analysis, just put in your strengths, your weaknesses, and it doesn't help you sugarcoat it. Like, be honest with yourself, your opportunities, and then a declaration. This is important. Like, this just says that you're going to sign here. I just signed on the PDF, but you're going to sign here, and you basically declare to yourself that you will stick to the rules and you will adhere to the training plan. Okay, that's important because you're making a promise to yourself. So obviously, if you go against it, you're just going against yourself. And then there's a whole checklist. So the trading checklist is a little bit different than the plan itself. The checklist is literally just to go through some stuff to prime yourself for trading. Before you look at the market, go through some stuff in the morning, even in the afternoon. If you only trade in the afternoon, before you look at the chart, do some exercise. Get hydration, get stretching, meditate. And then this checklist is really important. Like, you don't get a pilot that's been a pilot for 20 years that don't look at these checklists. Every time he takes a flight, he can look at his checklists. It's really important. Okay. And then the actual trading plan and strategy. So this obviously is my personal one, but you can use your own and you can have your own type of criteria and risk management. It's all up to you. But yeah, this is just a format that you can go and you can put in your own stuff, or you can use it as is. I don't mind. And yeah, so just hold on 1 second. Sorry guys, I'm at home. My twins are keeping me busy. All right. So let's go over the strategy itself. So just quickly, right here. So this is called the liquidity rate strategy. So it's basically looking at liquidity levels on a higher time frame and then entering on a low time frame from the reaction in that liquidity area. Okay, so that's all it is. I'm risking 0.5 on my live accounts or my funded accounts, and then I'm risking about 1 to 2% on challenge accounts. Okay. Risk to reward minimum 1 to 2 with a trading stop, or I normally target about a 1 to 5. And a lot of times it's 1 to 3 that I'm trading, or I'm trading break evens. I'm getting a lot of break evens. So yeah, that's just that time. And then the time frames, I'm doing daily 4H, 1H, and 50 minutes for my liquidity to determine where my liquidity zones or sensitive zones are for trades from, and then I'm entering on the 1 and 5 on the chalk and flip. Okay, or the not chalk but the flip. after the EMA crossover. And then trade management, yeah, just always take profit at valid liquidity levels, go break even if the market gives a proper move in my direction and makes sense to. For me, maximum 4 trades per day allowed, maximum 2 losses per day. Only trade New York session. So yeah, it's pretty basic rules, okay? So let's go over the strat. I'm going to go over the strat and the entry I got this morning. So it'll basically cover everything, okay? So let me just... So the first thing that I look at is either on the daily or the 4H. I want to determine what is the market's objective, or, you know, and obviously I'm not always right, or actually most of the time I'm wrong, but I want to determine where is it likely to head towards, where's it going. Okay, so Friday we had this huge bullish day, bullish engulfing day. Thursday we also had a bullish engulfing day, or just a bullish day, but then Friday bullish engulfed it. So we can kind of expect an up move. Now we don't know how far, but obviously we are bullish. Okay, so now dropping to the 4H, I want to kind of see where can the market push to today, because I'm an intraday trader. So I just want to see for today, where is it likely to get? Okay, so I have this zone. It's on a lower time frame. I'll show you guys now. But then, so let's go to the 1 hour. I think it's on the 1 hour that I have these markings. Okay, yeah. So it's basically a void, a inefficient socket. So normally I just put off the EMAs when I do my chart analysis for liquidity zones. Okay, so this gap here, that's a very nice valid liquidity zone, and this order block here, that's a very nice supply level. All right, so now I have this zone, so that is my draw on liquidity. So yes, I can even take sells from here, look for sells, but for now, because we're not there yet, this is my draw on liquidity, and we are very bullish. So I can obviously now look for buys today. So for today, I want to take buys. But before I take buys, the market in my strat need to take some sort of a raid on liquidity. That's why I'm calling it the raid on liquidity strategy. It's I need some sort of before we can head upwards to the draw on liquidity. So the draw on liquidity, normally what I do, I just use a magnet. So that is just to show me, okay, this is my draw on liquidity. Okay, so it's like pulling the market towards that side. And then I have my liquidity, my retail liquidity, or my liquidity that's used to drive price higher. And that's in the form of, that can also be in the form of voids or inefficiency in the market. It can be in the form of structure levels in the market. So this is liquidity points. So before I normally take the entry, I wait for this to get raided, and then I take entries on an EMA flip on the lower time frame. Okay, so that's all I need. So I have my drawn liquidity and I have my raid liquidity, or my liquidity that I'm looking to get raided for that push to happen, because the market liquidity to feel the price to go higher. Okay, so but now we have this to liquidity. Now I took a trade. So why did I take a trade even before one of these levels got raided? So let's go down to an even lower time. Let's go down to the 5 minute. Okay, so let's go to the 50. Sorry, the 50 minute is actually my last analysis time frame where I look for liquidity. Okay, so obviously this was now then on the 15 minute where I got these levels, I believe. Let's see. No, sorry, this was on the 1 hour, but now today's levels, I believe I got on the 50 minute. Yeah, perfect. So we have this liquidity and this liquidity, but now before my session started, so I normally look for or start looking for entries from about 8:30, but I'm not too strict about that. Timing is important. You don't want to enter on just a random time, but if it's close to your entry or your kill zone or your trading hours, take the trade if the setup is there. Because for me, I mostly get like 1 to 2 setups a day. So if I get this setup, I'm going to take it. Okay, so this is on the 5 minute now, but my liquidity levels was this low and this high. But this is also a valid liquidity level. Okay, so this is also a high, like it looks like a high low that got generated, market pushed up, and then boom, we raided that liquidity this morning in Frankfurt. Okay, so for me, that's valid. That's a valid liquidity rate. So this was also, as long as I get some sort of a liquidity rate before looking for the entry, I just can't, the market can't stay in a trend and then I'll take entry. I'll never do that. I'll wait for some sort of a liquidation and then I'll look for my interest. Okay, so so that's the step, is just look for that liquidity levels from the 4-hour down to the 15-minute. Okay, so now I'm looking for buys. Now I was looking for liquidity rate, and then I'm looking for that entry criteria. Okay, so now the entry criteria is simple. The entry criteria on the 5-minute is literally just waiting for the EMAs to cross after the liquidation. So here we have the liquidation. So after that, in my timing, so this is 8, so the entry was literally 8:20. Okay, so it's very close to 8:30. So I mean, I got the entry, and it looks like it's working out so far. So liquidity rate, and then after liquidity rate, we're looking for the EMA cross and price to trade above the EMAs, and then I'm looking for a reaction candle. So I'm looking for some sort of, so as we push lower, the EMAs are trending lower, and then we're starting to push higher, and the EMAs are starting to also cross. Right after the EMAs cross, let's say this is the first up candle that aligns the EMAs to cross. If that EMA is crossed, once that EMA is crossed, the first bearish or reaction candle, the first down candle after the EMA cross, that is your flip level. So that level we are expecting to get flipped. Okay, sorry, I can't make a but we're expecting this level to get flipped. And then once it flips, we want to be a part of that momentum. And once we're part of that momentum, we can put our stops very tight wherever some structure, discover some structure, and target a proper 1 to 3, 1 to 5 trading stop. You can determine how you want to actually profit. But that's the entry criteria. Okay, so this morning, exactly the same thing happened. So let me rewind price, because I can actually rewind price. Okay. Oh no, I can't anymore. I think they cancelled my, because I have FX replay. It's like it's much more expensive than trading view, so I don't like, it's not useful to have trading view anymore. But anyway, so we have the liquidation, then we have the EMA cross. So here we're starting to trade above price, and we have a cross. And as soon as we have that, we have this first bearish candle. That is the reaction candle. That was my flip zone. Now, I'm not putting the entry directly right there because of spread, and because you sometimes get a little fake out where it just goes a little bit above the flip candle and then drops. So what I like to do is I just like to give it some space. So I'm giving it some room, and then I know that there's proper momentum coming in. And you can see the reaction happened in the supply. So that is actually exactly a chunk and flip, change of character flip entry, because we're tapping the supply and the supply fails. So if the supply fails, it means that the market shouldn't go lower anymore, it should go higher. And then demand is stepping in. So for now, demand is in control. So let's hope it can stay in control until we reach my drawn liquidity. So I have this drawn liquidity. I have this 1 hour void as drawn liquidity, and I also have the 1 hour order block as a drawn liquidity. So I can decide I want to profit now today. So, and most likely in London session, I'm going to go break even on this trade. So yeah, so that's my trading strategy, guys. Hope you enjoy the video. Hope you understand what I'm looking for, and then enjoy the trading plan that I'm going to share with you. Edit it as you feel you want. Yeah, and remember, guys, even if you're getting all this information free, don't neglect it, because it is truly good information, and it's the only thing I'm using day to day to trade full time. To make a good living for myself. So yeah. But enjoy, guys. We'll chat soon, and then yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Cheers.